Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. Hey, I'm talking here. Shush. As always, I am your hostess, Barista. It's not just my name, it is also my title. It is well, it is certainly a Thursday night. I don't know how to describe it, quite frankly. I just know it is a Thursday night, and it is happening. I think I need to turn that down just a little. Okay. But I hope everybody is doing well, and if not, well, you are more than welcome to kick back, relax. It's tonight, it's happening, we're here. Exactly, Nova. So, what I meant to do was to, like, reload my save and play up to before I buy something, just to see what the difference is, like, Jill being distracted versus not being distracted. I didn't do that. I forgore. Quite frankly, I just very much forgore. But that's okay, because I get the feeling Jill's probably going to want to buy at least one more thing, like, before we hit the New Year's party. So what we can do is, like, we can save that. Like, we could save there and see how it goes. Rent is due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary $10,000 or you will be evicted. Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. Surely she will focus at work. We already read all the news. We already read all the news yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. My nose is very itchy. There we go. Okay, because they're referring to doing it the day before rent is due. You know what? Fair. Like I said, I'm pretty sure she's probably gonna want, like, one more thing before then. And if not, oh well. We'll figure it out. Go to work. Wednesday, December 28th. Good evening. I wonder what kind of mid-card ass fights are going on a fucking Wednesday night. Let's put on Magical Girl, Model Warrior Julianne. Good evening. Jill, I'm out to get firecrackers. Girl, we don't need firecrackers. You have more than enough, popping energy for all of us. There we go. I felt slightly misaligned, but now we're fixed. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some! Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. Oh, Jill. Jill's so mean to Rad Sheba. At first she showed concern. She was like, won't firecrackers scare the dog? But then she realized pointing it out to Dana would make her not go get them. Jill's so mean. I'll be back in a bit. Even for a cat lover, you sure get excited about firecrackers a whole lot more when dogs are involved. I know how hypocritical it sounds, and I don't care. Ah, Jamie's here. Greetings. Anyway, let's start. I love how I, like, set the playlist once a long while ago, and I just have not touched it since. It's because it's got a little bit of everything. Like, we got this kind of stuff. We got, you know, lower key kind of things. We got good bops. Place has everything. Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice. Ah, fuck, I was just thinking about him, too. Mostly because I was thinking, like, what if he comes back? I don't remember what fucking voice I gave him. Well, shit. Uh-oh. We good? Me staring at OBS and dropped frames. Are we good? We cool? We good, brah? I apologize for any stuttering that there just was. Hopefully it shouldn't happen again. And if it does, fuck it, we ball, we'll deal with it. I think it was deeper, but also kind of maybe nasally. Yeah, shut up. Any chance something fly over here 2 weeks ago? This doesn't feel quite right, but it's close. On Friday? Yes. There were lots of weird explosion noises throughout the night. But as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that. So it flew by here. Yeah, that feels right. I take it you know what made the noise? Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard. Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say. So it remained in the vicinity. I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night. Interesting. So it didn't get far away. Hey, give me a Mars Blast. Mars Blast for the guy who wouldn't come back twice. Mars! It doesn't have the same ring to it. This drink is already big. We can't make it big. I wouldn't want to make it big for him anyway. He sucks. Serve it. Here you go. Well, you didn't mess up. Sorry if I may interject. Oh boy. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. I don't know. I just like the cut of his jib. He's supposed to be all, look at me. I'm a scary assassin guy. And like to people who don't know him, he probably is, but I just think he's neat. I want to get to know more about him. I probably won't though, because he's very secretive. And we're not Gil. You looking for a fight? Bro, really? Bro's picking a fight with Jamie. Who will win? This guy who we can't see jack shit of, or Jamie who's all flexed up and, you know, is literally a professional, like, assassin for his job. Vote now on your phones. Most certainly not. You really think you'd stand a chance? You're like half his size. I can fight dirty. He kills people for a living. I can fight dirty. He's nothing if not, consistent. Jill, please, you make me sound like a savage. It would be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. I mean, I do. So, like, it's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that. You're right. Sorry. And like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I'd even come to believe I'm the only one here who enjoys them aside from the owner. May I suggest you try a suplex next time? It might be to your liking. Yeah, it would. Okay, let's try the suplex thing. Right. Let's give Ingram a suplex. Wow, that sounded weird. By God, Jill coming in with the suplex. Put him right through the Spanish announce table. Ah, fuck it. He's gonna try it for the first time and decide whether or not he likes it. We'll give it a big one. Rocks mixed. Big suplex. Here. Good stuff. Like a less birding but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, mister. Call me Jamie. And you are? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I needed to look for a specific file at... Did you perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge? I did, actually. Figured as much. Only a handful of people do that. Almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So why go through the whole thing? Rejection? Need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. Let's see. How does the expunge work? You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. Causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. 5 hours you're trapped in bed while horrible pressure builds up in your body and nanomachines are forced out. They're like little needles all over your body. Ugh. You feel them in your eyes, your gums, your toes, everywhere. After all that, they need to implant you with a mechanism that constantly releases the same antibodies. Ouch. What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, I should have figured. Hey, give me one of those. Sure. Let's give him a gut punch. Again, that didn't sound right. By God! He got back up after the suplex and he's ready for more punishment with the gut punch. Something like that. Like, I'm sure, I know the gut punch and the pile driver are probably like BTC official drinks. The suplex is a Valhalla exclusive, but with Dana being a former wrestler, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Here. Yeah, I love these. Looks different from yours, though. I had a couple extras in his, actually. So where's the antibody unit they stuck you with, Jamie? Inside, like all other maintenance systems. Can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. The rest of the enhancements, were you reconstructed, or have you been adding them over time? Over time, either by getting a much-needed enhancement or through fixing injuries. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram. Please come again. Don't count on it. You said that twice. Shut up. Seemed like a nice guy. Right. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch. Maybe you caught him on a bad day. Nah, I think you're just that good at bringing out the nicer side of people. To be fair, from what we know, based on like what we've picked up from conversation with like Dorothy, the first time we saw him was like around, if not the day of, the anniversary of his daughter's death. So, like, it was one of the days around it, like the day before, day of, or like day after. So it was like the day after we saw him, that, or maybe the day after that Dorothy was coming in telling us about a guy who hires her to play his daughter. And he mentioned himself that he hires somebody to do it. So it kind of makes sense that it's Dorothy. Anyway, so yeah. I would not be surprised if we caught him on a bad day the first time. Because, yeah. Oddly enough. I think that tires the hell out of me. Someone's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood, too. Bad touch for Alma. We'll give her a big bad touch. Rocks and mixed. For some reason, I keep thinking it's blue, like a blue fairy, but it's like green. Serve it. Here. Jill, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So what put you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today, my sister was supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband, and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. Oddly specific look, but you know what? Okay. And to top it off, she forgot to even bring her kids. God damn. Luckily, my parents brought them to the court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. Sounds like that's the best place for them, honestly. So she really messed it up, huh? When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, she said it was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because the angst would make her jump onto the highway. Oh, Jesus. So Ava comes and says, "Then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple." Bruh. Mind you, I'm pretty sure Ava's her kid. Like, the sister's kid. I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but... I don't know, maybe it was the timing, but... I've been laughing for an hour now. You hold quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends when I was 7 or 8. We played all the time, even slept on the same bed for a while. Then she turned into a teen. We stopped playing. She had other things she wanted to do. I could forgive all of that. I mean, the age difference and all. There's something in particular I still can't forgive. The day she invited her friends to the house, and I went to ask her for something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister. And she said she had no little sisters. Aw, bro! That's just not on! Then what the fuck would you be? Like, some random kid who just walked in the fucking house? What the fuck? Ouch. I think that was the moment that finally broke the pedestal I held her on. I admired her as much as a kid could admire anyone, you know? Little by little, that admiration wore off until we finally reached that breaking point. I felt betrayed. You haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years? Hey. It's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather, the Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult, you see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying any admiration I held for her, she's made sure not to fix that impression. Huh. Enough about me. How are you? Yeah, the whole... Frankly, the entire situation is fucked up, I think. Though, if I'm being honest, I can relate to Alma a little bit. Because I feel like if I had anything more to do with my brother and his stupid fucking wife, my brother's stupid fucking wife would be, Alma's sister in this, scenario. So, like, I get it. Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah. I got this note from her. Let's see. Oh, yeah, if I had to deal with my older sister, I'd commit war crimes. It'd be the Geneva suggestion box. Wow, she must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So what's the problem, then? Same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give a Brantini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. Right. Brantini. Alright. Big Brantini for Alma. Because I like Alma. She's nice. I feel like if Alma wasn't straight, her and Joe would make a nice couple. Here. This is the thing. Let's start. I feel like I have better storytelling music than this. Once again. The comment about the drink, the like flavor text under the drink that 8 out of 10 smug assholes would recommend it, but they were too busy being smug assholes. I like that too. Assuming that's what you were talking about. Damn it, Anna! Fuck, what voice did I give her again? Valhalla, aka the fuck. What voice did I give this character? Boo! Aw, hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew disillusioned with one of her sisters. The drink, yes, okay. Yeah, the flavor text on a lot of them is really good. Who needs a barista jump scare? You get a fucking ghost jump scare. Soon it became animosity, and not long after that, she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her eldest sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Fair. Not now. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. God damn it. After the girl went into college, said sister would quit her job. Sister was worried sick about leaving her baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire your oh, Jesus Christ. What if I hire your high-ranking lips? Shut up. The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held her in high esteem for. She was no longer a child, yet she felt like part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, I can lift her sweater. Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. God damn it, Anna! Not right now! The continuation of Coffee Talk. Fuck, what voice did I give this person? See, at least with Coffee Talk, the only character that mainly happened to was Bailey's. Everybody else I remembered pretty well. But Bailey's? Nah, forget it. No idea what voice I gave him. Nope. No. Nothing. Alright, enough. Enough. Shit. Peace out. Not to lifting of her shirt, I meant hiring her lips. Damn it, Anna. I mean... No, the girl is you and the sister is your eldest sister. Please get to the point. Right. Fucking Anna fucking up my TV. The point is, if you don't face her, she will be heavily disappointed. She's trying to make amends with you. That must take courage. Lots of it. Yeah, you're right. My mouth's dry. Can I get a beer? Right. Beer. Man, I am going crazy, aren't I? Here. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this Gabby girl get along? Oh, yeah. I never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her as her sister-in-law, she got so excited about having a new sister that she clung to me a lot. I helped her in her studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. Crazy. I was crazy once. I'm crazy right now. She was pretty much my sister too. I have to leave, but I'll tell you this. As both a big and little sister, if you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be here. Remember, I won't forgive you. Yeah. I'll go take my break. Alright. Oh, same. I was just saying it for the meme. Ah! You were here? You were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? Anyways, call me if anything comes up. It's now safe to keep playing. Ooh, that's good. It's less chilly today. Jill, a kid's looking for you. Ah, shit. Oh, it's this one! Hey. I think that's the voice I gave her. Fuck, I don't know. Fuck it, we ball! Ah, Norma. You're back! God damn it, I just fixed the TV! Oh, fuck you. You do know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, I said it out loud. Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. Oh, right, I made her voice a little more like Aqua's. You know, because she's all timid and shit. Whew, she thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Aw, so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mom and told her about all the pressure she was putting on me. And said I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. And? Well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. BRB gang, I'm gonna jump into a video game and smack a fictional character. After that, she told me that it'd be a waste to spend money in a university just for me to not give it my all. So she told me to still go to the college course, but that I was free to explore. Glad to hear that. And, well, I wanted to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed headfirst into my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. You were right. I would be hurting her for the sake of hurting. So, thank you. Don't worry about it. I'll leave before it's too late outside. Be careful. Aw, so sweet. Shut up. Hey Jill, mind helping me here? Sure. Make a Bleeding Jane, please. On it. Bleeding Jane for Gil. And his hundreds of unseen customers. Presumably the ones who are, like, fangirling over him. And 3 Flanner guy. Excuse me, I didn't want you. Now I can't count. What am I doing? Anna, stop fucking up the TV! Well, I mean, she is a ghost. She gotta draw her power from somewhere. Thanks. Hey, Joe. Do you hate me? I mean, I don't hate you, but you keep showing up at inconvenient times and messing with my shit. Hate is a harsh word. You know, I think at some point I need to double check the jukebox because I feel like I put Your Love is a Drug on there twice and I'm only just now realizing it. Maybe not. Maybe not, but still. Seemed like it came and went awful fast. We'll go for this one, because she seems a bit pensive. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. Why can't I? You're the main character? I don't know. What are you? A cute girl. Right. You okay, Jill? Making a lot of faces there. Hmm? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Could you give me a hand here and serve a beer, please? Sure. A beer now. Love how a beer is like the only thing I don't have to look up. I don't know why. Thanks. Would you lighten up if I showed you I can interact with the environment? If it meant you'd stop glitching your face, maybe. Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try. There. Can't see anything. You sure? Yep. Weird. I think she did do something to the interface. I can't quite tell what it was, but I think she actually did fuck up something with the interface just now. I feel like it looks different. Like all the border and shit. I feel like it looks different now. Well, now we gotta change the song. Nobody expects the Dorothy Inquisition! Kinda gave it a black wood texture, but it's back to normal. Maybe it was one of those very subtle things that you don't notice until afterwards when it's like changed back or something. Anyway. Dorothy Inquisition, Dorothy Inquisition, Dorothy Inquisition. Ah! It bit my tongue. Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night. Honey! Ah, hey, Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. A fluffy dream for the Dorothy on the go. One of these days, I will not accidentally almost click the frothy water again. Give her a big fluffy dream. We'll just give her a little karmatrine. Just a little bit. Fluffy dream. Thanks. Oh yeah, before you leave. What? Are you guys throwing a New Year's party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be here then. Oh, there she goes. Well, I've got things to do, so... You do? Who does what? Just a little bit, as a treat. Exactly. Sorry, I sneezed. Weird sneezes. Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe? Take care of Becky, please. Okay, so definitely based on what we learned whenever we talked to Dorothy in the alley on our break. Yeah. Dorothy's guardian is absolutely Anna's mother. And she was in a rush. Okay, fuck that noise. Boss is upset. Let's put on wrestling. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, because Dorothy said that, like, nobody except... I can't even remember. She said her guardian... I think she said her guardian was the only one who calls her by her name, Rebecca. Or calls her Becky. So when Jill called her that, she was like, "It'd be like me calling you by your name instead of honey." It's just weird. So, yeah. Plot! Fireworks are sold out everywhere. I'll need to get them through more shady means. Dana, no. She's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning. I'll make sure there's an extra I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher at hand. Please. Well, I guess that's it for today. You sure you're fine? I am. Don't worry. Hey, Jill, mind if I ask a silly question? You've seen my clients, you can assume I don't mind silly questions. Silly answers can get on my nerves, though. Sorry. What did you want to ask? You know why they call them cat boomers? Plot, 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 plot. I mean, I guess their second set of ears look like cats, but the word boomer seems so out of place. Not so much when you consider it's not them, but their parents who were called such. Oh? Let's go a bit back first. You do know why cat boomers look like that, right? Because they went through some anti-nanomachine rejection treatment while they were still a fetus, right? It's called the Yamazaki-Romanova treatment. Or was it the Romanenko-Yamada treatment? Let's call it the catification procedure. It was not only the first successful genetic treatment on a fetus, but also the first way to fight nanomachine rejection. Moreover, that research had a bit of a rocky story. Funding got cut in the middle of it at a critical point that could make or break the whole thing. Not to mention Zaibatsu Corp's record of not addressing nanomachine rejection at all. The rest of the research was funded by Maki Stengovich. Was it Stengovich? Let's call him Stengovich for now. Jill naming off these people and procedures like me trying to figure out voices for characters. He's a businessman whose unborn daughter got diagnosed with early nanomachine rejection. Stengovich funded the research, and in a desperate move, his wife offered herself and her daughter as test subjects. Of course, the experiment was a success. The girl, Sylvia Stengovich, didn't die. She became the living testament of a scientific breakthrough. But then, the story of how things played out for Sylvia got sensationalized in the media and created a weird fad. Parents made their unborn children go through the catification procedure even if they had no ailments at all. All because one particular girl whose life got saved through that treatment became a media darling for a bit. A whole generation of kids with those cat-like protrusions got born. And their parents got called cat boomers. Generation of parents obsessed with those cat-like features. The fad quickly passed, but the term remained in use. Eventually, cat boomer just started being used for people with the protrusions instead of their parents. You keep calling them protrusions. Why is that? 'Cause that's what they are. Eh? You didn't think those things on their heads were ears, right? Sure, they can be moved because they're somehow connected to the facial and ear muscles. Thus, they can move like a cat and react to their mood. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function. Huh. It still surprises me a bit, though, that the biggest mutation they get after treatment is just that. Those ears are a small miracle on their own. People have been born with no eyes for less intrusive procedures. You really thought they were functional ears, huh? Let's say I learned quite a bit today. Thank you. Don't worry, I feel like I should apologize for talking so much instead. And keep in mind, I'm fucking up the terms. I don't want you saying someone got protrusions because of a catification procedure. I'll keep it in mind. Wait! What? Yeah, the guy's name was Stengovich. I just remembered Sylvia Stengovich was around my age, and when I was a teen, there were some TV specials featuring her. And I just remembered that I had the biggest crush on her. Now that I think about it, that crush had me very confused back then. And did you need to shout just now? Sorry. In any case, I'm out for the day. Alright, careful out there. God damn it, Jill. Total earnings. We broke 40,000 today. Total in drinks, $2,080. No mistakes, 30% commission. Payment of $624. 300 in tips. Flawless service bonus of 500. All booze and no firecrackers makes Dana a dull girl. Bonus of 300. Today's total transfer, $1,724, putting our total fundage at $9,477.50. Because I fucked up one order one day. Rent is due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary 10,000 or you'll be evicted. Jill is thinking a lot about Kira Miki. Buying one of her posters will prevent her from getting too distracted. Okay, so what we'll do... God damn it, Jill! So we'll have this new save over here. We're gonna go ahead. We'll read the news and stuff like we normally do. And then we'll go to work. And we will see how the distraction mechanic works. Because like I said, frankly, I've not seen it before. Surviving in Glitch City. Any tips for a new friend in this wonderful land? Oh boy. Self-depreciating thread? Don't trust in white knights and don't go out after 5 p.m. unless you want to get mugged or murdered. Bring a portable chair everywhere. You'll have to line up for flour, lol. Get used to eating what you find. Shortages are getting out of hand. I've been eating rice with butter for months now, but I guess it could be worse. We are trying something new tonight. Don't jinx it, please. I have enough as it is. So coming here was a mistake. Why would you come here anyway? Visiting family, but now I want to take them out. Do it while you can. Yeah, airlines are leaving the city, lol. Soon we won't even be able to escape. Can I even get some weed in this crap hole somewhere? Yeah, just PM'd you a good dealer. Wink. This thread is closed. Unless I'm mistaken, my grandpa lived here before they turned it into Glitch City. And I didn't read it, but the text on the screen beforehand, 4 was saying something about Jill talking about Alma a lot or something. And she was like, "Are you jealous?" Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lilim Company. At the beginning of the century, the idea that people would rather be with robots instead of other humans was treated as a joke. But the reality is that the convenience of these kinds of relationships have become immensely popular among Glitch City's youth, to the point where birth rates are beginning to decrease at an alarming rate. You know, how about I actually read the words that are in front of me rather than just what my brain is going to predict it's going to be? Really? Anime?
Anime is real.
A 17-year-old student agrees with the general sentiment. Blinks an antisocial autistic person. Same. Is this really a surprise? I don't know. It's just so much better than dealing with other people, you know? You can just make your own perfect partner. Oh, and sex is amazing. Don't even get me started. It's expected that new regulations will soon be announced to address the situation. Being only with Lilim can be tiring, though. Yeah, kind of like Betty. She only really hangs out with Deal and the dogs. She's probably having a time. No wonder she always tries to get drunk. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. I like to say we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City so long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. But what do you think? Should we wear whatever we want, or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye, socks and sandals. Jill says, "Gods be praised, first silly law I'm all in for." I mean, it's certainly something... Don't they have anything better to worry about? They obviously do. This is just something to distract from all the things they have to worry about. Like the fact that we're still coming down from the whole the White Knights went rogue, the bank situation, the government's corrupt as fuck. We have plenty of other things to worry about, but hey, socks and sandals is now illegal. BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City. British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles in Glitch City, and it looks like they're on their way out. Blaming rising inflation rates and a weak currency, the BTC has given the order to disband almost half of its recreational businesses in the city. We can't keep doing business like this. Glitch City has a negative impact in our earnings, and we can't continue in the red, a PR representative told the Augmented Eye. Prime Minister Quincy, on the other hand, thinks the BTC is just too greedy. They already make a lot of money, and now they're crying because they can't have more? Give me a break. Oh yeah, this. Late to the party, Augmented Eye. Yeah, because whenever we started the game, which was like... in-game, it was like 2 weeks ago, was when Jill found out they were closing a lot of the bars and probably are going to close Valhalla. Okay, so we did not go buy the Kira Mickey poster like she wanted. Let's see how that's going to impact things. Thursday, December 29th. God damn it. Good evening. Hey.
Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff.
Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me?
I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times.
You're not gonna say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Help! I'm just a helpless little girl. Well, no, I'm not a helpless little girl, but,
Don't ask me, I'm just a girl.
Fine. Give me that list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss.
What gives you that impression?
Call it a gut feeling.
Did you know Gil has a crush?
He what?
A client of his, girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming on to him for ages and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backwards and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up for fuck's sake.
And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it.
That's right.
Huh.
Alright then, to the office I go.
As for me... yeah, no, I guess some of the songs are just a little bit shorter. I just don't notice that they're gonna be playing. Or maybe, you know, we don't go through the whole playlist before the break hits. So when I hear Your Love is a Drug again, I'm like, huh? Speaking of... time to mix drinks and change lives. Or, as I put it on my post earlier, it's time to change, mix, and drink lives. Wait, that's not right. Gil with a crush, huh? This place. Great. Oh, if it isn't... Kira Mickey! Well, as if Jill wasn't distracted enough by thoughts of Kira Mickey, here she is! Hey, Jill. Sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. I think that's the voice I gave her. I'll fall into it. I have a good vibe for it. Ah, shit. Boss! Stalked woman incoming!
The door's open!
Go ahead, the door to the left. Thanks.
Hello there!
Oh, hi there. The other one! That's the bathroom! Why is the dog in the bathroom? Wait, what? What's the dog doing in the bathroom? Ah, this fucking guy! I should have known!
Now, where did she... oh, the hellhole. Perfect! Hey, kid, I'll have the usual.
Right. Huh, he remembered me after 2 weeks. Oh, see, here's what the distraction thing is. See, he asked for a beer, and normally Jill would be like, you know, she might have some snarky comment to make about Donovan having a beer. But instead, she's distracted by the poster and trying to remember Kira Mickey song lyrics. So instead of whatever she would say, be like, we need to make a beer for Mr. Donovan, she's saying, wait, if only I could remember that song's lyrics. So if we weren't paying attention, then we're kind of fucked. Because we can't, like, scroll back and see what he said. All we can do is make the drink. Thankfully, Donovan is very predictable. And he likes big beers. Here.
This seems right.
I would hope so. You asked for beer. You got beer.
Paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports.
See no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean it to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right?
A shitty page that will over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know.
Why not try to rectify that image?
To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls in the non-pleasant way. Zaibatsu Corp and company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to fine you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, the best case scenario is that they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is the lackeys picked out that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line.
Huh.
Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately.
Oh yeah, that.
Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring.
Oh shit. There we go.
Last week they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants.
Okay then. Huh.
Not to mention there are like 100 people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing.
Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. Don't mind me slapping the mic. And no news outlet talks about that.
Alright kid, let's try a moon blast now.
Now see, even though Jill's gonna get distracted and forget what he wants, we know. We got this. Come again?
Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time.
Yeah, so instead of saying something about the moon blast, she's wondering if she left enough food for 4 at home. So I bet normally she would have some kind of like sarcastic comment, be like, man, things must be really weird if Donovan's getting a moon blast. But since she's distracted, since we didn't get her the poster, this is what we got. On the rock and blended. Here.
Now, let's see what the ruckus is about.
So... what brought you here? In before, stalking Kiramiki.
Oh right, didn't you see a Lilim coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from the Encore concert coming up.
Not really.
Did she jump to the roof then?
Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview?
Not really, just hitting on her. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring.
Why though? Are you that bored? Don't you have like a family or something?
Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits, also hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hard as fuck and curious as shit right now.
The honesty is crazy.
I want to know just how detailed those King Class CH-1A models are, personally.
The honesty is crazy, Enchanted Dragon. It's like Kim said, like, the first time that she came through. he sucks. But in a way it's like, god damn, I begrudgingly respect it just a little bit. It's like, yeah, he's a chauvinist, you know, misogynistic asshole, but at least he's upfront about it. So, like, I'm not saying I admire that about him, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, he's honest about what a piece of shit he is. Like, he acknowledges it. And so you followed her.
I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson.
At least you know what's coming. Exactly. You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something?
Wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her.
Sure, buddy.
So that Lilim isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver.
Right. This one just says, ah shit, I dozed off. Well, congrats, Donovan. You've got like 2 and a non-binary, completely uninterested. Yeah, no, he's a fucking asshole. He sucks. Now, even though Jill dozed off in the middle of his, nonsense, he wants a pile driver. So, we'll give him a big pile driver. Because you know what? He's the fucking head of a newspaper or whatever. He can fucking afford it. I got bills to pay. And making a big pile driver? Yep. Here.
Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay.
Bro, I just gave you a drink. Aren't you gonna drink it?
Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her.
Oh, there he goes. The guy left.
Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. I hope your sister likes the video.
Aww.
No, thank you.
Seems you had a hearty talk.
Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos.
How nice of you.
It's nothing, really. She did hide me, so it's the least I can do. But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet?
Sure. Jill, please! The distraction we get. The strap of my bra is itching. I'm gonna give her a blue fairy because, honestly, blue fairy makes me think of her, and I think it might be because of her hair. I don't know what she's up to, so I'm not gonna, like, load her up on Karmatrine. Aged and next. Here.
Thanks.
So, do you know why Donovan was following you?
I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him.
I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you.
You don't say. Well, not like he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship.
Oh, really? That's a new development. Because, like, the last time we saw her... Well, maybe not the last time we saw her, but one of her blog posts somewhat recently, she was talking about her dream person. Like somebody she wants to... Like somebody she wants to be with, you know, her ideal setup or whatever. So it seems she may have found this. Wait, you are?
It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now.
You know what? Pretty sure that shit happens common enough. Good for her. Really?
We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that. After he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, it wouldn't hurt to try.
How nice.
He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise.
I see. You know, I've met 2 fans of yours lately.
Really?
Both of them seemed so excited when they were talking about you. It was amazing.
I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me a bit pretentious, in my opinion. I have many fans doesn't sit so well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image for me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music?
We're totally not going to talk about how the fact that Your Love is a Drug is the first song on my playlist every night in-game. Yep, not mentioning that. To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. Not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it.
So nice to hear.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the playlist right now, so I don't know if she'll even... We don't talk about Your Love is a Drug. Doesn't flow off the tongue as easily as we don't talk about Bruno, but... We don't talk about Kira.
Hey, this will sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea?
Let me see. God damn it, Jill! Order was, I'd like to say a rabbit? No! She wants the tea that we bought. Just name the thing that you don't talk about, Bruno. Sound logic. Here.
Perfect.
Man, it's a good thing we bought that tea early on. Otherwise, who knows what would happen. Hey, you're a King Class CH-1A, right?
That I am.
May I ask you something about your model? Before or after I accidentally almost knocked my microphone to the floor?
Sure.
Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72?
We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have the port on their heads, which make them more versatile. My line lacks that or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother. The trade-off of functionalities and power for appearance, you could say.
Okay, makes sense. Because generally, she does look a bit more human than some of the other Lilim that we've seen. Like, when we compare her with Deal, I think Deal looks a bit more, you know, obviously, for lack of a better term, robotic. Because I have not been able to stop thinking about whoever it was in chat pointed out that he doesn't blink like everybody else blinks. Like, it literally just, like, his eyes, like, the features of his eyes blink, but, like, where his eyes are, they don't close. Like, he doesn't do this. Her eyes are closed. And she blinks organically. Not just like a flicker on a screen. I mean, Dorothy does, she blinks, she has regular eyelids. So maybe, fuck, I don't know. Future! Ah, I see.
Hey Jill, will you go to my next concert?
I heard every ticket was sold out, never mind how expensive they are. So I guess that's a no, sorry.
Now you will. Here.
Eh? Is this?
It's a ticket for my encore concert. Sorry it's not a better seat, but I only get so many free tickets.
No! I mean, this is amazing! I don't know if I can accept it, though.
You will. It even has backstage pass, so you can so we can talk afterwards and you'll tell me how it was.
Why give it to me?
I don't know. I like you. You're attentive and hear me out. That behavior should be rewarded more.
Well, thanks. God, it feels so weird to get a gift. And from a celebrity, no less.
Don't think too much about it. You deserve it. Although, I guess I can understand how you feel about receiving gifts. I usually get quite a few from fans, but it always feels so weird.
Yeah, see, she blinks normally. If she blinked like Deal does, just her, like, irises and pupils would go flat to make it look like she's blinking. I wonder if he even has eyelids. Shit, now I'm getting distracted.
I don't like feeling as though I got something for free. Luckily, I've thought of a way of not feeling so bad about it.
How?
Just give it my all on stage. They gave those gifts to me after watching me perform.
Possible that he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, for all we know, where his eyes are, like I said, they could just be screens and they emulate the blinking, like the visual of blinking, and maybe he doesn't actually need to. Man, now I want Deal to come back so I can just stare at him. Dr. Barista Optometrist is in, apparently. I'm not an optometrist. I'm just a barista.
It's only natural for me to do my best and give it my all as a way to repay them.
I am godshit awful with accepting gifts. Like, if somebody gives me something, I'm like, huh? My brain, like, short circuits. Which is funny, because when we were getting, like, gifts for our wedding and stuff, or my partner and I were getting gifts for our wedding, I was all like, hell yeah, give me that shit. Because, like, it wasn't just for me. It was for him, too. Like, having somebody else, like my partner, be the recipient of a gift. That made it more, I guess, acceptable in my brain. I don't know, maybe it's my own... Hashtag real talk here. For being honest, I feel like part of it might be something to do with like my just low self-esteem and poor self-image. Like, I just don't think I'm worthy of such things, if that makes sense. Looks like I can break your mane even more over time. No! Stop it. I don't know, it's just like... I don't know, maybe I pretend that it's like a practicality thing. Where it's like, you could be spending this money on something that's more important for you, like, I don't know, whatever. Saving up towards something that you actually want or need, rather than spending money on me. Like, my brain just does not compute the concept of somebody actually wanting and going out and, you know, spending time or money or whatever on me. Because I just don't think I'm worth it. And I can't do shit to repay anybody. I don't think my company or anything is worth the repayment, any sort of repayment. I should, give it my all mixing drinks then?
Of course.
I see.
Well, I've gotta go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first.
Alright. The strap of Jill's bra is still itching. I'll give her a little bit of Karmatrine in it. As a treat. Here.
Sparkling!
Worth it, and so is your company. I will fight the bad thoughts telling you otherwise. You know what? Sure, come over here and just punch me in the head. Maybe that'll help.
Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill.
Please come again.
Will do! Oh, the handsome bartender! So nice to see you!
Well, at least you didn't call him John. Or fuckboy. If it was someone who led you to believe this, I will break the Geneva Conventions. I don't know, I feel like it's a whole lot of things, not any one particular person or circumstance. But you know what? Let's just listen to the jukebox. Everything will be okay. Not gonna punch you in the head. Why not? It'll be fun for everybody. Head pats. Okay, I'll take that. Fuck. It was like last weekend or something. My partner was giving me sort of a head pat like in the emote, but just like a very slow and gentle thing, like you do with a nice cat. Or with a cat that's, you know, you're trying to warm up to and they're just like, oh yeah, that's the good shit. But I tell you, that head pat was so good, I can't even say I almost cried. I fucking cried. Not for me, I don't want to punch someone I care about. Okay, fair enough. Head pats are the happy medium, then. Boss, Gil's back. I'll take my break.
Alright.
I don't know what this is in the background, but I always keep thinking it's like part of Gil's hair. Like he's got a big swoopy ahoge in the front. I know that's not right, but it always looks like that. So yeah, that's what the distraction mechanic looks like. And not to toot my own horn, but I think we've been doing pretty okay even with it. Because, like, I don't think we've actually fucked up anybody's orders. If anything, we just sit here and laugh at Jill being silly. Ooh. Also a good time for a hydrate and a stretch. I was shrimping real hard. I literally just sat up a little bit and I heard a couple of cracks. So, yeah. We do be shrimping pretty hardcore, though. And here we go. Ow, 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 ow. Ugh. You couldn't see it because I don't have the ability to move my arms, but I literally had to like clamber my hands to get back upright. Note to self: buy oil for that door. All right then. Gil, you're in my spot. Please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Greetings! Stella, what can I get for you?
I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today.
God damn it, Jill! In what universe does Bleeding Jane sound like rabbit? First on a bike, now I kind of want to go back and buy the damn thing just so she'll stop being weird. Maybe we'll see what the rent thing looks like when we get there at the end of the day. Cause in-game the rent comes out not tomorrow but the next day. So what we can do, if she doesn't want anything else, what I'm thinking is we can go to the shop, see how much the poster is, and maybe get it. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it, though. Let's serve this Bleeding Jane. Here you go.
Thank you.
What brought you here today? Waiting for Say?
I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi.
Oh. Pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again.
Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded.
It's also clean. Really clean. Gil's the one you can owe that to. Guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. The bridge will set on fire, but first we must get the lighter. Exactly. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today, though.
I see. Hey Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city?
Gold rush?
Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of White Knight suits.
I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not.
In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events of the bank... Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any White Knights still stuck in their suit had to take their armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynchings, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many White Knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just opened for many. So I'd say yes.
Yeah, good for them. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how.
There's one weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit.
Unique?
Guy had a really small unit. 5 people, including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor were heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes.
Is she talking like Power Ranger looking motherfuckers? I feel like she is. I feel like that's what they're getting at. Like, maybe they look like Power Rangers or some shit. Well, probably more like Kamen Rider or something like that. That's probably what they look like. You know, like dudes with the helmets and like the power suits and things like that. Yeah. That's just my guess anyway. I must read that as Genshin, as in Genshin Impact. Not quite. Nah, they more mean, like I said, things like Kamen Rider is one of the biggest examples of it. No, I said what I said, Google. Get out of here. Somebody stop me, I'm falling down a rabbit hole. Yeah, they're mostly like... Yeah, because henshin literally means like... It's literally translated to change body, but more practically translates as transformation or metamorphosis. But in this case refers exclusively to superheroes. So yeah, it definitely looks like a Kamen Rider, Power Ranger kind of thing. It's a sort of a variant. Save the rabbit holes for later. I will. I just want to make sure I'm getting my information right. Like magical girls, like the Sailor Moon-esque things and like their transformations are sort of a type of it. But henshin more refers to the, like, masculine characters. Again, well, maybe not masculine, but, like... Again, Kamen Rider, Power Ranger, shit like that. Now I'm just imagining that there's a Blitzkrieg... There was a Blitzkrieg Corps just running around looking like the goddamn Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers. Okay. Alright, I'm done. Rabbit hole over. Let's fill it back in. Henwa. Stella's embarrassed that she knows what a fucking... I feel like Stella's embarrassed that she knows what henshin is. They looked really gaudy. Oh, damn. Called out. But it turned out that the guy was actually... Jesus Christ. My favorite Power Rangers were the samurai. They always looked cool, but I think they were a little... I don't want to say after my time, but I think that was a series that came after my interest in Power Rangers had passed. Did not help that I had the VHS tapes of the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, the Zeo one, and the Turbo one. And Mighty Morphin was always my favorite. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie. A fun fact. Failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. Ugh. What? Like the goddamn... what are they called? The Yiga clan from, like, Breath of the Wild? Where they just blow themselves up?
The regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians.
Yeah, understandable. Hey, coming through, I'm here to save your life, but if something goes wrong and I fuck up, I'm going to blow up everybody in this entire vicinity.
Guess even Zaibatsu Corps has its limits, huh?
Oh, that's the Garo from Majora's Mask. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought the Yiga did that too. Shows you how much I've been playing Breath of the Wild lately.
People love to demonize...
No, they just teleport away. Oh, okay. My bad. Maybe I'll just have to watch and see. I mean, I would be surprised if they don't show up in Tears of the Kingdom, and I know there are people who are gonna... You know, somebody who's gonna be playing... Ah!
Now, was that called for?
You're good, I'm just a massive fucking Zelda nerd. You know, I used to claim I was. Not anymore. Like, I've played a decent amount of Breath of the Wild, don't get me wrong, it's just been a while since I have. And I haven't even touched Legend of Zelda TikTok. I know it's Tears of the Kingdom, but when you shorten it and you look at it real fast, you can't tell me it doesn't look like TikTok. Anyway, how you doing, Desk? Thanks for the yeet. I think I had some good hang time on that one. Wonder if the Yiga actually show up in, like, the fucking... like the Hyrule Warriors games. They probably do. I don't know. Anyway. Great. Jill got distracted. Now I'm distracted.
People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corps because, let's face it, they're far from innocent.
But they're not evil overlords. They're just greedy. They're just a big corporation.
They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state.
But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city trying to use product placement. Doesn't help that along with Pokemon have been my hyperfixation special interest ever since I was like 9. You know what? That's fair. That is absolutely fair. I don't honestly think I can say I've had a hyperfixation or any special interest that lasted that long. If I did, it probably would have been Zelda. Because, like, I'm still into it, but clearly not into it. But it happens.
You so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble.
Now let's not start with theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. And again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just a front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corps chose. Like if some poor sap let me, I could talk for hours. I mean, frankly, I would probably be more than willing to be that poor sap, though I would not consider myself as such. Now, see, if anything, what would happen is if you and I got together and started just yapping about Zelda stuff, you'd start talking, and occasionally I would interject with, I thought such and such, and then you would redirect, and, you know, from that point and go on about something else. Repeat ad infinitum. I feel like that would be the case. Like, if anything, I've had a low-key one for, like, Greek and Roman mythology probably since I was that age. Just because I always thought it was really fucking interesting. Then, of course, the Percy Jackson series books started coming out. And they are still coming out. I think there's another Nico D'Angelo story coming out later this year, if I remember correctly. Freaking stoked for that. I blame Jill for my current distraction. Now that I'm talking about the Percy Jackson series, I'm thinking about... Fair enough, Epics the Musical must have been quite fun for you. Yes. Very much. Yes. I deadass... Like, I have this thick-ass copy of... This thick-ass book that has both the Iliad and the Odyssey in it. At least one of the translations that I got at Barnes & Noble for like $12. I started reading it. I haven't got that far yet, but I started reading it. Yeah, thinking about Percy Jackson got me thinking about this one play I was in when I was in like middle school. Yeah, it must have been middle school. And one of the one of the other girls who was in it, she was reading, I'm pretty sure it was the first book of the second series, the Heroes of Olympus series. She brought it with her as she was reading it at the, like, you know, after party or whatever. And some of the older boys, of course, were making fun of her, you know, for, like, reading a book. I don't remember if it was that she was reading a book or the kind of book that it was. I don't remember that. I just remember her. I remember the book. And you wanna know where she's at now? She has a book coming out that is gonna be releasing in September. I guess. I say I guess because she started posting about it on her social media, so I went online. I went online to start looking, you know, to see if it was in stores already, and I just missed something. No, it's not due to come out until, like, September. And I don't know if she ever changed her name after she got married, but it's under her maiden name, too. And I read the synopsis of it. It actually sounds kind of interesting. It's like a murder mystery fucking thing where there's you know, rich people, somebody's getting married, you know, family head who has control of all the money dies the weekend of the wedding, and everybody's trying to keep it hush hush, but the character who's, you know, coming in from the outside, who's like reporting on the wedding for a magazine or whatever, you know, wants to figure it out, something like that. And it's like, who done it? You know, prodigal son, the one who's getting married, you know, guy who has bunches of lawsuits, things like that. It actually sounds pretty interesting. Anyway, if I remember correctly, the title is literally just A Killer Wedding. So, I guess look out for that if you want to support somebody I used to know, but was never particularly close with. Like, we had some circles that overlapped, but it's not like we were ever friends, per se. Okay, I did read that line. He's just the front for whatever councils behind Zaibatsu Corps chose. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zaibatsu Corps is actually doing. Yeah. So what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. What, you're saying... You're comparing Say to fucking Paul Blart over here? Huh. No, seriously, Hen what? Can I get a Brantini here, please? Sure, sure. Jill! Stop getting distracted by rabbits! In what world does Brantini sound like rabbit? It's got a B. It's got a T. It's got an I. And an R. Okay, there's a lot more letters in common than I thought. Whatever! God damn it, Jill. What am I doing? This is Jill's fault. Here. Thanks. So I take it you're in a good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well... I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kira Mickey Encore concert. Jill, are you gonna... Jill, are you gonna just rub it in poor Stella's face that Kira Mickey was just here again and just straight up gave you a ticket? Maybe she keeps getting distracted by rabbits because she wants Dana to beep. Do not apologize for that joke. I think it's hilarious. Nice. Alright, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Yeah, this happened last time. Stella came in right after Kira Mickey left. I think. Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so this rumor about her being really nice in person were actually true? Amazing. I know, she even got me a ticket for the concert. She what? I had to twist some arms to get tickets for the Encore concert. And not only did you get them free, the idol herself gave them to you? Yeah. Do you have any idea how jealous I am right now? Yeah. It'll be interesting. You're gonna enjoy the hell out of it, trust me. This'll be my first live concert of her, but I've seen every other concert of hers on video. They all have such a magical aura to them. Everyone says they have to be seen to be believed. Jill has the bartender riz. She has the genuinely a decent person riz. That most people simply cannot overlook. I can't remember if I read this line, so I'm gonna read it again. Everyone says they have to be seen to be believed. As somebody who has been to live concerts before, yeah. There is a difference between watching a concert like live on video or something and actually being there and seeing it live. There is a difference. Like, the best way I can describe it is like being there at a concert, like surrounded by a bunch of other people who are all there for the same reason that you are, to support, you know, the group or artist or whoever that you're there to see. Knowing that you're all there united by this like one person or group of people or whatever the case is. And you're all there to just have a good time together. Like, especially on, let's say, interactive songs. Like, where the band is like, okay, when I say blah, you do blah, 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 blah. I don't know, maybe I'm just overly emotional, but that kind of shit just gets me real choked up. Like, it's not that different from the feeling I used to get when I was singing in chorus in high school sometimes, where I was part of something bigger than myself. If that makes sense. Like, I was part of something that was more than just me. Like, other people, everybody was on the same wavelength, and we all just got it. And just feeling that energy, it hits so different. I can't even sit here and say, I don't remember the last concert I went to. I was literally posting about it. I went to see Ninja Sex Party and Twerp. And my god. May or may not have almost cried a few times just because of that overwhelming, you know, emotional energy that I was feeling. I can't even say I don't remember the last one I went to before that because Mr. Barista and I went to one last year to see his favorite band. We went and saw Sabaton and Judas Priest. Never really do that in my does hit different, though. There's only like 2 artists I would go to a concert for nowadays. And it does never really do that in school except when my school hosted the mini-thon, a smaller version of the Penn State thon. What artists would those be, Nova, if you don't mind sharing? I would love to hear. I have my eyes peeled like a hawk right now. Cause, one of my favorite bands, the band I was telling you about, Nova, actually, Sonata Arctica. They're like my favorite band ever. And I've seen them in concert twice. And they're gonna be touring in the States as like the opening act for another band later this year. OCT and Hatsune Miku. That's fair. That's very fair. But yeah, they're going on tour as like an opening act for a different band later this year. The problem is, the closest they're getting to me is a 13-hour drive away. But right now they are also doing a Latin American tour for their most recent album that came out last year. So it is not out of the realm of possibility that a North America tour may follow. And they might come back around. Because this year is 9 years. No, this year is not 9 years. This year is only 6 years. Since they've been close to where I am. Because I went and saw them the last 2 times they were in a big city near me. I also just realized anyone outside Pennsylvania has no fucking clue what a mini-thon is or what the Penn State thon is unless they're in the medical field. I've heard of it because my best friend's husband is actually from Pennsylvania, so I've heard of it. Do not remember what it is. Like, he explained it to me once. I just don't remember. But yeah, so I've got my eyes peeled for that. Would you like a refresh? If you are willing to share, by all means. But yeah, so the theory is that they will hopefully be doing their own North America tour, or at least going around with other bands again. Because on their website, you can actually go back and look at every tour date and location they've ever done since their inception. Which is actually pretty impressive, because they came about, like, their original incarnation came about in, like, 1996. So the fact that you can go, like, all the way back and see, like, where they started, where they've been and stuff. Pretty nifty. But yeah, the last time they were in, like, any city near me like that was 6 years ago. So it was pre-COVID. So I don't know if that's why they might not be going around as much. Which makes sense. Anyway, I guess I can't say poor Stella. She's over here happy as can be because she's going to the Kira Mickey concert. You really like her music, huh? It makes me happy. What can I say? I love listening to it when I'm feeling down. Hell, it even helped me when I was worried sick about stay at the bank. Made me forget all my worries, even if for a little while. Huh, I see. Say, Jill, you want to come to the concert with us? Us? Well, yeah, she did say she got a couple of tickets. The assumption is that at least one, you know, for her and Say. Alright, Penn State-thon is a 46-hour dance marathon. It's a year-long fundraising effort that culminates in a weekend-long event where students dance non-stop to raise money and awareness for the Four Diamonds Fund at the Penn State Children's Hospital. Oh, yeah, that! Yes! That sounds awesome. For some reason, the only thing that came to mind was the Ninja Sex Party song, Dance Till You Stop. Minithon is a smaller version of that high, middle, and even elementary schools can do to also help with that endeavor. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I guess things like that I would be more familiar with that happen around here would probably be more like Relay for Life for the American Cancer Society and stuff. I was